tough tracks to the remote tracks, from our campsites to the workshops. Come along and check out Great Off-Road Adventures. Your next episode is just seconds away. Nice.
Good morning, everybody. I'm pleased to report we have beaten the weather. We've certainly outlasted it. So this morning it's beautiful blue sky all the way around. Very easy to see why this place is called Reflection Pool. It is super calm and yeah, it's just beautiful. There's not a ripple in the water. You've got these really clear reflections off of the cliff, off of the trees. It's yeah, hell of a spot to wake up to. Today though, we will be saying goodbye to Jake from Off-Road TV. So we're up a bit earlier. We're just gonna pack up and head on out of here. When we get to the turn off the highway, Jake's got to shoot back to Perth. Jess and I will head over to Kalbarri. Weather's looking reasonable for the next few days, so we'll see where we end up. I think we'll probably end up at Murchison House Station. Again, there's a lot there to see and do and explore, so hopefully by going there we'll be able to gather that extra content for you guys.
I was fairly worried about getting the camper trailer up out of camp, up this hill here. The day before when we went to leave with just the car, had a really awkward moment sort of sliding sideways on the hill. With the dead weight of the camper, I was a little bit worried. Fortunately, we could reverse quite a way back here to a less steep section of the hill and go up that way. If you're looking to come and visit Murchison House Station, I definitely recommend you check out their website. There's a plethora of information there surrounding what you need to do before you visit. That includes things like touching base with an email, ensuring you arrive during office hours, where you can camp, where you can't camp, and what sort of activities you can and can't do on the station. So like I said, it's definitely worth checking out, and I'll put a link in the description to help you out. As we'd been lucky enough to visit Murchison House once before, we knew exactly where we wanted to camp, which is at Ellie's Pool. Staff gave us instructions to go in via High Street, as River Road was still quite wet and boggy in a few places. So that's where we're off to now. You know that on average right now, 2/3 of you are not subscribed to Great Off-Road Adventures. So go ahead, it's free, do us a favour and subscribe to the channel. what, the tracks and the challenges that you're about to see is the exact reason why Jess and I got a camper trailer as opposed to a couple of the other options out there on the market. Our number one category and priority was capability, off-road capability, and yeah, this thing's a beast. The track doesn't get any easier around this corner here, but careful line choice, first gear low range, slow and steady, and confidence in your equipment is key to conquering terrain like this safely. We've made it to our campsite here at Murchison House Station now. It's midday, so it was pretty good going really. We've had to do a little bit of leveling on the trailer, but it's pretty easy to do once you've got the right tools for the job. So yeah, we're just starting to get into setting up camp. Just having a quick drinks break, and within probably a half hour we'll be done. Probably ready to have some lunch, seeing as we had an early brekkie this morning. And we'll have a bit of a look around. Because of the rain the last few days, part of the station is closed for the public to travel on, so we can't necessarily show you too much more upriver, but we are good to show you down towards the river mouth and along towards the beach. So we might head that way this afternoon, otherwise we're definitely going to head that way tomorrow, and then hopefully on Thursday enough of the sort of inland stuff have dried out, we can go and show you that on Thursday. So yeah, that's the plan. One of the great things about Murchison House Station is the fact that it's a huge property. I'm not going to try and make up a number because I don't know, but I'll put it on the screen, the actual size of the property. And if you go north of the river, you can camp anywhere, pretty much anywhere on the property. They've got designated camping sites, they're nicer areas, but if you want to go all the way up the coast and whatnot, you can pretty much camp wherever you like that way. But yeah, some of it's obviously quite inhospitable, but some of it's obviously quite nice, like where we are here. So by being here midweek, we've been told that there's possibly one other group north of the river in that whole area, and they're anticipated to leave today, and then there's another family coming in today for the rest of the week as well. So pretty much us and them over this whole huge area. And I'll put a map up on the screen to give you some idea how big this area is. Yeah, it's nice, it's peaceful, and as you would have seen on the drive into camp, there's, you know, some fun four-wheel drive tracks, there's some beautiful scenery, great campsites obviously. So it's as far as I'm concerned, Jess and I have been here before. It's one of those, you know, must come back to
that's areas worth visit again. So yeah, hence why we're back here visiting it again, and obviously bringing you along with us. All right, well, half an hour later, as you can see, camp is set up. So I'll take you for a quick walkthrough and show you it, how we've got it set up. All right, so I'm not going to leave my car like that. It's just where it ended up after unhitching it and moving it out of the way. Jess is in the middle of setting up our chairs, but the floor's out, as you can see. The rock is because the kitchen legs aren't long enough due to the side angle we're on, but everything else is all good. The awning has no issues reaching the ground. Because we're here for a few days, we've got the extra poles and ropes on it. The awning wall's out because we had it out at Murchison or off-road or Kulkalalia, and so it got wet with the rain, so hence it's out. As we come around this way, got the 200 watt solar blanket out. Conditions are not the greatest, it's a bit patchy cloud, so we'll see how we go with that. And obviously got the ensuite out, and yeah, haven't got around to setting up the julka or anything yet, but that'll come probably next, I guess, once I put you down, so we can have some hot showers, because yeah, a couple days in the rain, wind and mud, we need a refresh, and we'll be good to go again. But yeah, I mean, how's this for a campsite? I know I mentioned it before, but you've got all this lovely green ground cover all the way around you, beautiful rocky outcrop, and honestly, that was the four-wheel drive track that we came down to get into here. There's an easier way, well, I think an easier way to come in, but it's more susceptible to wet weather, and more susceptible to track damage, so the owners of Murchison House asked us not to come in that way, but to come in off of a high street and backtrack along River Road to here. So we did, and obviously we had a couple of obstacles to go over, so it made the journey more entertaining and fun for us, and that's what we want. So what do you think?
This is nice. After a couple days of touch and go weather and moving all day for the Horrocks Beach run, just sit, chill, beautiful.
So yep, as I mentioned, it was 12 o'clock or when we got here, and it's 12:30 now, so we're going to have some lunch, and to be honest, I think we've got the vibes to just stay at camp this afternoon. A couple other things I want to film, so we'll probably get into filming those, and have a chill afternoon around camp. Tomorrow and the next day we'll go and explore the station.
Well, our chill afternoon was rather short-lived. Given that we had a fairly hectic plan for the next couple of days, we decided this afternoon to take the opportunity to head out to the Kalbarri National Park. It's only about 20 minutes from camp all the way out to the Skywalk, and we haven't had the opportunity to visit Skywalk before, so it was a pretty good chance to do so. Impressive piece of engineering, that's for sure. But we've been out to Kalbarri National Park before the Skywalk existed, so yeah, so we just ducked in today to see what the Skywalk's like, and I'll tell you what, it's pretty cool. If you can get here after some rain, like a big rain event too, and you've got a lot more water down in the river, yeah, very spectacular. And that's one of the cool things about Kalbarri and also Murchison House, is that literally, what were we, 10 minutes from the station, 10-15 minutes from camp.
Yep.
You can be here. So yeah, Murchison House is
10 minutes into Kalbarri, and it's about 20 minutes to National Park. So, yeah, good place to stay, pretty central to everything.
Still feeling cold.
Yeah, still got your remote camping, still got full driving.
But that emergency 3 o'clock ice cream's easy to get.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, how lucky are we? This is an absolutely beautiful evening at Murchison House Station, and a complete contrast to the last couple of nights that we'd had out in the storm at Kulkalea. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this week's episode. Do hope that you enjoyed it. Like usual, stay safe on the tracks and trails. Hopefully one day we'll get to see you out there. If not, we'll see you in next week's video. Cheers.